and welcome to another episode of Ask the Doc. I am your host, Jennifer Filzen, and today I welcome Vergia Davidson of Strive Mental Health, Wellness, and Empowerment. Welcome, Vergia.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. It's such an honor.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here, and you're up in Ottawa, Canada. How is everything up there? Is the weather good?
It's normally good on a summer day, but today it's a little bit gray, so looking forward to more sunshine a little bit later for sure.
Don't worry, I'm in Monterey, California. Even though it sounds like we're sunny, we have San Francisco weather, so it's equally gray here. So don't worry, honey, you're not alone. But tell me a little bit about your business and what it is that you guys do.
Yes. So Strive Mental Health, Wellness, and Empowerment, it is the company that I did find. And basically, it is a consulting organization where we help different organizations increase productivity through training and mental health strategy. I've been in the field of mental health for over 10 years. So having tailored programs to help managers and employees to feel safe is one of my passions.
Wow. Okay. So you're focusing on businesses offering mental health through these businesses. Okay. Wow. That's a cool twist. So tell me about that. And how did you figure out that talking to the businesses was the place to be versus having your own practice where they come to you?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that just kind of fell into my lap. I wish I had, a struggle story, but it was actually a beautiful thing. I had a friend that her subject expert canceled 2 weeks before the event, and they happened to focus on mental health. And she was like, Vergia, this is something you do. You do this for so long. Can you help me out? And I was like, I don't know if I'm too comfortable with that. And she's like, okay, just think about all the clients that you've seen and really just pour into us and just educate us on things that you'd like to share. And it was one of the greatest experience I've ever had, actually, because a lot of the managers, they had a lot of questions and a lot of things that, were mislabeled, but just giving them some tools, it really helped them. And from that one introduction, they asked me back over and over again. And through LinkedIn, many organizations just reach out to me just to educate them within the workplace so then their environment can be psychologically safe.
Wow. Okay. That is so cool. First off, I love the fact that you're like, I don't have a struggle story. No, but you had your own personal struggles, right? And then you were perfectly placed when this fell into your lap. So what are some of the struggles that you said in an earlier thing that, you've struggled with mental health yourself. And so obviously you're uniquely perfect for this. Tell us a little bit about that journey and your why of why you chose to get into this field.
Yes, that's a great question. So I did struggle a lot with anxiety. So imagine someone that struggled with anxiety, back, 10, 15 years ago. And sometimes it does come up every now and then. And then you're asking me to now speak in front of hundreds of people. So for me, I'm like, ooh, that's a little too real. So I really struggled with, is this something I could do? What are people going to think? And just the typical things. But I have to say I have great mentors and I have great support around me. And then they're like, Vergia, you do this all the time. Just look at it as, just talking to a client. And so I really had to tap into my resources around me and then also just encourage myself. And because I struggled with anxiety, I saw how much it impacted my performance, my ability to pay attention, my ability to feel like I can strive, I can overcome different stressors. And growing up, but growing up, a lot of the times I thought I couldn't do it, but it wasn't that I couldn't do it. I just didn't have the tools and I didn't have the practice. So through giving people tools practically, whether individually or, through presentations, workshops, then they're able to see that, hey, if someone like you can do this, I can do this too. And then I can get back to doing the work that I love. Or maybe you might not be in an environment that, where you want to be, but at least you can have the tools to succeed. Because oftentimes anxiety looks like, not speaking up, no eye contact, maybe it might look like, you being extremely hard on yourself, second guessing yourself. So your productivity goes down. And within Canada, when we look at mental illness, it affects about 50 billion Canadian dollars annually, and 20 billion is directly related to workplace losses. So think about that. So my why was, okay, why not share the tools that I've had in the past as well?
Oh, bravo. Oh my gosh. I love what you're doing. Okay. You mentioned, 15 years ago, right? Like, I'm 51. So I was born in 1970. And so I remembered that when I was a teenager, some of my friends were like, Jen, you might want to go seek some counseling, but it was so taboo and it was so frowned upon. And I was reminded in a TikTok recently. I love TikTok. I can lose 2 hours of my life every day to watching TikTok videos. But the point is that somebody was reminding us, why was it so taboo? Why did we not want to go seek counseling? Well, that's because in the early exploration of therapy, it was lobotomies and electric shock treatments and just seemingly horrible things. And so it was just like, we've got a whole generation of Gen Xers that are like, I'm not talking about this stuff, right? But the struggles are real, right? And I own a marketing agency and I have a wonderful rock star squad. I just have wonderful people working for me. But I also know that they really want to do their best work and they have anxiety at times and they have perfectionism, which can really, get in the way of a lot of things. And so, wow, I'm just thrilled for you that you are helping people in the workplace, because we're seeing here in the United States, we see first responders that are committing suicide because of all the trauma they have seen and experienced in rescuing some people. Like, there's just so much going on, and we can't afford to lose any more people. It's horrifying. I even have a business coach that told me, Jen, as you continue to be successful in your business, you might need a counselor because it's just going to get harder and harder. And I'm like, oh no, really? So tell me a little bit about I know that you have to be protective. Obviously you can't tell names, but if you can share some of the success stories that you've had in the businesses and the people that you serve, that would be awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I recently actually did a training on just having a trauma-informed workplace. And whenever I go to an organization, the first thing I do is I ask them, okay, what makes you want someone like me to come in? What are the struggles that you're seeing? And a lot of the times in that work environment, they dealt with a lot of heavy cases. And oftentimes when they read the cases or they had the people in front of them, it was really triggering for them. And oftentimes they would not want to get the work done, or they might just be triggered in different ways, whether they would get angry or just different things. And I took the time to just explain what trauma was, how it shows up in the workplace. And then also, as you've mentioned before, what are the taboos? How does it look like as an adult versus a child? What are the things that we need to hold on to? So through the training, it was about 2.5-hour training. And at the end, I often do a survey, to see how they found it. And many people wrote to me personally and privately, and they're like, you know what? I didn't even acknowledge that this was trauma. I didn't even know that this can affect my sleeping patterns. I didn't even know this can affect my outlook of what I can do. I didn't even know by me actually thinking someone can't do it or not really pouring into that person is because it's my own fear or my own baggage that I had. So a lot of people came to me and just shared, like, continue to do what you're doing. I'm actually going to get help. I'm actually you've actually taken away that stigma, because normally when you see a therapist, you're like, okay, what does a therapist look like? But when I'm actually going into the organizations, I'm saying, hey, I've been working with all of you, maybe not specifically you, for the last 10 years. And I heard a lot of the struggles. I heard a lot of the fears. And I'm here to really help bridge the gap, to take away that taboo. Because a lot of times people don't talk about the trauma that they witnessed, even in the workplace, whether it's harassment, whether it's fear of just speaking to an authority figure because of what's happened to them before. So lots of different things that's happened in the past. Of course, I have to keep confidentiality, but a lot of successes around, actually, I'm going to get the help now, or, oh, can I actually just run an idea by you without worrying about you judging me or anything like that. So education is truly power, and giving them practical tools so they can actually show up to work and access the tools. Because even someone like me that's been in the field for how long, I still have a therapist. I still have mentors in my life that pours in, so that I don't feel so much alone.
Oh, bravo. Bravo. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So you obviously have a thriving business. I'm so happy for you. Let's have you share, how do people find you? How do people connect with you and bring you into their organizations? And what is the bigger goal for your business?
Yes. So you can find me. You can find me on my website, Strive Mental Health, Wellness, and Empowerment. You can find me on LinkedIn. Just type in Vergia Davidson, or you can find me on Instagram, Strive_Mental Health, or Facebook. Just, Google my name and you'll find me. You can just, reach out through an email as well, info@strivementalhealth.ca. In the next few months, I'm really excited about a new program that I'm going to be launching. And it's really a blueprint for managers so they can create a psychological safe environment for their coworkers. So it would be a 5-week interactive program where I would take you through, different mental health strategies, coping with stressors, how to deal with conflict, and really how to be the best manager you can be without worrying about, those stigma, and then giving you practical toolkits that are tailored to your organization, that you'll have kind of a roadmap of, if this happens, what do I do? If this happens, what do I do? So, you feel like you have that support. Because when it comes to mental health within the workplace, as you mentioned before, there's a lot of taboos. There's a lot about, will I be able to share without my job being impacted? So if we have managers that are equipped and aware of what to look out for, we can really strive in our work environments. So stay tuned. That's coming soon.
Yes. Love it. Okay. Vergia, thank you so very much. Everybody, if you want to find out more about Vergia Davidson and what she is doing at Strive Mental Health, Wellness, and Empowerment, please go to Buzz TV at iwannabuzz.com and you'll be able to connect with her. Vergia, again, thank you so very much. Everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.